Hello, and welcome to this segment of There It Is. I am your hostess with the mostest, Sapphire. And before I get started, I want to say special hello to my children, Chantel, Jaquan, Kiera, Trey, and Sean. I love y'all, I miss y'all, and I need you very much. And a special shout out to my man Genuine. Hey boo, I love you then, now, and forevermore. The topic for today is forgiveness. And I'm going to tell you my story. I've always been able to forgive people for little things that they've done to me. And I know it's easier said than done, but I think the biggest lesson that I got was a few months ago when I went to a funeral. A cousin died in my family, and well, I ran into my two aunts on my mother's side. And the first one that I ran into was my favorite aunt, and of course, her wonderful husband and my only cool living uncle. And, we got to talking and everything. And I asked how their kids were, and they was telling me about how most of them were successful. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, the topic turned to me. They asked me what I was doing. And I told them that I had finished writing a book. And my uncle was like, and what else? And I was thinking, well, that's pretty much it. So, they told me that my other aunt was there. And we could not stand each other, especially after my mom died. I mean, I hated this woman for all of the accusations, all of the falsehoods, and everything that she said and did to turn my family against me. And when I say hated, I mean hated this woman, okay? Too many people who know me personally knows the level of hatred that I hated this woman. And for example, I would say things like, if she died, I would only go to the funeral to make sure she was really dead, or to kick her out of the casket, or if I knew that she was going to hell, I'd be the one to start the fire, you know. So this is just how much I hated this woman. So when they told me when I first got there that she was there, I'm thinking, uh-oh. But when I told them that I really wasn't doing much in my life, they actually scooted down away from me in that row that we were sitting. And I was just at first going to move over and sit close to them again, but I was like, no. Obviously, they moved away from me for a reason, so I stayed right in my place. So, a few minutes later, my other aunt comes walking towards us, and I'm thinking, hello, Reason. So, she sat down next to me. Now, keep in mind, this woman and I do not get along. We have not gotten along since I was in high school. And I told her I didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. But that's a long time. And a lot of hatred and bitterness and resentment and you name it has built up between us. Will that ever change? I doubt it. But that's not where I'm going with the story. Anyway, she comes, she sits, with us in between them and I. And I just sat there quietly. And all of a sudden, she just turned to me and said, I don't believe I know you. I said, huh? So, this was actually cute. She actually started introducing me to my own family. And I'm like, wow, am I being punked? Is this candid camera? Oh wait, I forgot. She has no sense of humor. What's going on? So she then, after all the introductions, said to me with the biggest smile on her face and said, and you are? When I told her that I was her niece, she couldn't believe it. Because this woman has said all kinds of negative things about me, to me, around me, against me. And I guess I was just too well dressed, too G'd up to be the loser niece that she's been downing all these years. And just like that, I didn't hate her anymore. I didn't hate her because it dawned on me, no matter how overbearing and obnoxious and snobbish or whatever she is, that's who she is. It wasn't towards me, it was towards everybody. It just felt like it was just towards me. And it was like God showed me that people are who they are. They're like characters in, okay, I'm going way back here, but like characters in a soap opera, you know, you look forward to that character being the same monotonous, rottenest villain, or the same sweet and loving underdog. So her villainous ways is just her character that plays in my life. She can't help it. I doubt she could even stop it. This is who she is. And it dawned on me, okay, if this is who she is, true enough, I ain't got to pretend to be pals with her. But how can I hate her for being herself? And that's basically what I'm trying to convey in this message is, number one, forgiveness helps you. I know people don't believe that. But trust me, in the long run, it's true. Number two, forgiveness is a wake-up call. Because it makes you analyze what happened and who it happened with in order for forgiveness to even be required. And like I said, I mean, I have forgiven lots of people. My parents, of course, friends, ex-lovers, children, especially my children. You know, they come to me and say, I'm sorry and forgive me. I tell them, honey, you were already forgiven. You know, but this one, I had no intention on ever forgiving her. Ever, ever, ever forgiving her. And I would have every reason not to, and every right. But when I saw that she literally did not recognize me, it was like, why am I holding a grudge? So, hopefully that helps somebody. I know it helped me. But it was something that I wanted to share. Like maybe, hopefully, somebody will get something out of the story and apply it to their life. And here it is.